This video has been supported by my Patreons. With the support I get from them, I can give you guys regular content and updates. It also helps me improve my channel and go to overseas conventions more often. So what are you waiting for? Go check me out on Patreon, and from just $1 a month, you can support me and the channel, get personal fursuit making help, and get some great rewards. Hope to see you there. Enjoy the video.
Hey everyone, happy Sky High Sunday from here in Australia, and welcome back to Maker Masterclass, where I give you tips on how to get started as a fursuit maker. So today we're going to cover the top 5 mistakes beginner fursuit makers make. So let's dive on into it. Number 1, not doing enough research. There are so many free resources out there for you to use, but I think people miss out on a lot of important research before making their first suit. Watch as many tutorials as you can. Be like a sponge that absorbs fursuit making know-how. Even the tiny little details. Watch and read everything and find out which techniques you prefer to use and put them to work. P.S. I also have a lot of tutorials and I'm always thinking of more, so be sure to subscribe if you want to be notified when I make them. But tutorials aren't the only thing you should engage with. If anybody follows me on Twitter, you would have seen I've been working on a kimono suit. And as I've never made one before, I've spent the last 2 weeks staring at kimono suits, looking at the shapes, the styles, how the eyes work, and I spent time sketching out designs and writing down observations that may help me later on. Looking at a wide variety of suits you like the look of, works in progresses and the like, you can take note of structure, shape and technique to use on your own suits. So take info from everywhere to ensure success. If you're a really new sewer and crafter, learning how to sew and use your equipment will really help out, as well as researching your materials and what will be best for the job. Number 2, not spending enough time on the base. A lot of the head whips I get sent are foam bases, and the number one thing I notice is they're very rough. When you make a base, you want it to be as smooth and refined as possible, for the first time at least. So spend a lot of time refining that base, doing and redoing until it is as smooth as possible. This will really assist you in getting your first smooth in the long run. Tiny snips are the key to take out all of those bumps. Number 3, not investing in the right materials or equipment. Your equipment makes a huge difference to how easily and how well you can make your fursuit. Making a suit without the essential equipment means you have to change the way you do things, or may force you to cut corners when making your suit. Getting the correct equipment makes a huge difference, so let me give you an example of affordable equipment options. Glue gun, $10 from my local craft store. Bread cutter, $25 from a homeware store. Sewing machine, $65 second hand. Clippers, $30. Having all these things will help you get the best start to your first fursuit. If this is still looking very expensive to you, then you're not going to like the next section, and I suggest you save up a bit before beginning your making journey. Let's talk materials. I highly recommend buying the nicest stuff you can afford. If you have to wait a bit longer to save up for it, do it please. It's so much easier to work with. Using low quality materials can be hard to get a nice backing. So the material can be floppy, fur can bald, so many things will work against you. So please, save up for high quality fur. Good places for this is Big Z Fabric and Howl Fabrics, which are my personal favorites. But please watch out for the shipping costs.
But Sky, I can't even afford a chocolate bar, let alone furs.
Well, sorry, can't help you there. Fursuits are still a luxury item, and you still don't need them, even if you make them yourself. Wait till you have some more expendable income. Harsh, but it's true. Sorry. Number 4, rushing and having very little patience. This one kind of ties in with the others. I get the feeling a lot of the reason why, especially younger furs, will make a fursuit is because they really want one. And not because they really want to make one, but simply because they want one and they want it now. This can unfortunately translate into rush job suits. I get kids having a whinge at me because they don't want to learn how to sew. You do realize making fursuits is a type of tailoring, right? You have to! You don't get a choice! You can shoddily glue your fur pieces together maybe, but I guarantee that thing won't stay together. It's pure laziness to not learn to sew. It all ties into wanting it and wanting it now. So I ask, would you rather something that looks like this? Or something that looks like this for your first fursuit? Well, I can tell you now, you can have this. But you gotta put in the time, patience and effort. If you cut corners, skip steps, use poor quality materials, you'll end up with this. Number 5, missing the little details. This one even more advanced makers are guilty of, including me. This includes things such as smoothing bases, detailed eye painting, taking the extra few hours to get that shave perfect, learning how to make those perfect teeth and gums. It's the details of a suit that really make it pop. So take the time to perfect the detailing on your suits and research how to make them. It will really help your suit stand out in the crowd. It will also help give your suit the professional finish you'd be after. I think that's about it. I respond to all comments within the first 2 hours of posting, so I will see you down there shortly if you're early. Thanks again, hope you all have a great weekend, and I'll see you this time next week. Bye bye now.